Have you ever scrolled past a science fiction film on Netflix, dismissing it as just another genre entry, only to discover later it was a visual masterpiece? The streaming platform houses an extraordinary collection of science fiction cinema that ranges from intimate character studies to epic space operas. These 20 visually stunning films prove science fiction remains cinema's most versatile and ambitious genre. Number 20, Spaceman, 2024. Spaceman is a visually striking drama following a Czech cosmonaut on a solo mission as he confronts isolation and his crumbling marriage. Starring Adam Sandler in a vulnerable performance, with Paul Dano voicing a unique cosmic spider companion, the film prioritizes internal emotional landscapes over spectacle. It is surprisingly good because it treats space as a canvas for exploring intimate human regret. The stunning cinematography captures both deep space's haunting beauty and the spacecraft's claustrophobic interior, creating a dreamlike meditation on what we sacrifice for achievement. Number 19, The Platform, 2019. The Platform is a brutal Spanish dystopian thriller using a vertical prison to explore class inequality. Prisoners occupy tower levels where food descends on a platform, each receiving only what those above leave behind. The stark, minimalist design creates maximum psychological horror from this devastating premise. It is surprisingly good because it transforms a high-concept metaphor into genuinely shocking cinema. Released before global lockdowns, the film found passionate audiences drawn to its themes of confinement and resource distribution, proving genre cinema can deliver profound political statements. Number 18, The Mitchells vs. the Machines, 2021. The Mitchells vs. the Machines follows a dysfunctional family saving humanity from a robot apocalypse during a road trip. The revolutionary visual style blends computer animation with hand-drawn elements and mixed media flourishes. It is surprisingly good because it balances comedy with genuine emotional depth about family connection in an age of digital distraction. The aesthetic draws from internet culture and DIY creativity, celebrating individuality and imperfect families through spectacular robot battles and heartfelt relationships. Number 17, The Electric State, 2025. The Electric State brings Simon Stalenhag's iconic art to life in an alternate 1990s America littered with remnants of a failed robot war. Directed by the Russo brothers and starring Millie Bobby Brown, the film prioritizes atmosphere over action beats. It is surprisingly good for its ambitious fusion of practical effects and digital artistry, creating a contemplative tone unusual for large-scale science fiction. The stunning production design and warm, nostalgic color palette create wistful longing for a future that never arrived. Number 16, Okja, 2017. Okja is Bong Joon-ho's genre-defying adventure about a Korean girl fighting to save her genetically engineered super pig from a corporation. Starring Tilda Swinton and Jake Gyllenhaal, the film seamlessly blends action, satire, and emotion. It is surprisingly good because it balances tonal shifts that would destroy lesser films, moving from fairy tale-like wonder to corporate satire without feeling disjointed. The exceptional creature design creates a character both absurd and deeply sympathetic, delivering entertainment that challenges audiences on industrial agriculture and capitalism. Number 15, The Kitchen, 2024. The Kitchen is a gritty near-future drama set in divided London, where social housing has been eliminated except for one community. Co-directed by Daniel Kaluuya, the film examines housing inequality and community displacement with documentary-like authenticity. It is surprisingly good for treating its futuristic setting as an inevitable extension of current urban policies. The striking cinematography contrasts the kitchen's cramped intimacy with surrounding sterile towers, using architecture as visual class division while centering Black British resilience. Number 14, They Cloned Tyrone, 2023. They Cloned Tyrone is a stylish conspiracy thriller combining blaxploitation aesthetics and sharp social commentary. John Boyega, Teyonah Parris, and Jamie Foxx uncover a sinister government experiment targeting their community. It is surprisingly good because it balances serious themes of systemic oppression with genuine humor and pulpy thrills. The vibrant, saturated color palette creates heightened reality, while the chemistry between leads anchors the bizarre narrative, proving provocative political cinema can be genuinely fun. Number 13, Bubble, 2022. Bubble imagines Tokyo isolated by physics-defying bubbles, transforming the city into a waterlogged playground for parkour-running youth. Directed by Tetsuro Araki, the gorgeously animated film follows a young man encountering a mysterious girl connected to the phenomenon. It is surprisingly good because it prioritizes visual poetry over conventional narrative. The stunning animation showcases balletic parkour sequences through ruined cityscape, with blues and aquamarines creating beautiful melancholy that proves animation's unique power to create impossible beauty. Number 12. The Wild Robot, 2024. The Wild Robot follows sophisticated robot Roz, shipwrecked on a remote island, learning to survive in the wild. Directed by Chris Sanders, the film explores adaptation and connection through stunning painterly backgrounds blended with character animation. It is surprisingly good because it balances emotional depth with thrilling survival storytelling. The remarkable animation captures nature's tactile reality, while Lupita Nyong'o's voice work brings warmth to the evolution of Roz from programmed responses to genuine understanding, delivering moving meditation on consciousness and connection. Number 11. Godzilla Minus One, 2023. Godzilla Minus One is the Oscar-winning masterpiece grounding monster destruction in profound human drama and post-World War II trauma. Set in defeated Japan, a failed kamikaze pilot struggles with survivor's guilt as Godzilla emerges. It is surprisingly good because it treats the monster as terrifying metaphor for collective trauma rather than simple spectacle. The extraordinary visual effects give Godzilla genuine weight, while meticulous period detail and focus on human cost create the most powerful entry in the franchise's 70-year history. Number 10. 28 Days Later, 2002. 28 Days Later revolutionized zombie cinema through frantic energy and chilling atmosphere. Danny Boyle's film follows a courier awakening to find London overrun by rage zombies. Shot on digital video with raw, documentary-like aesthetic, it is surprisingly good because it uses zombie apocalypse to explore societal breakdown. The kinetic visual style through abandoned London landmarks, haunting score, and Cillian Murphy's breakout performance create immediate visceral horror. The decision for fast, aggressive infected permanently changed the genre. Number 9. The Martian, 2015. The Martian is a gripping survival thriller following an astronaut stranded on Mars who uses ingenuity to stay alive. Directed by Ridley Scott with Matt Damon's charismatic lead, the film commits to scientific accuracy through National Aeronautics and Space Administration consultation. It is surprisingly good because it turns problem-solving into compelling drama. The stunning cinematography of Jordan's Desert as Mars, combined with humor as survival mechanism and celebration of human ingenuity, delivers inspiring testament to adaptability across 2.5 engaging hours. Number 8. E.T. The Extra-Terrestrial, 1982. E.T. is Steven Spielberg's timeless masterpiece about a boy befriending a stranded alien. The groundbreaking practical puppetry creates genuine emotional expression. It is surprisingly good because it approaches science fiction through childhood imagination, making the extraordinary intimate. John Williams' iconic score, shooting from child's eye level, and warm lighting create nostalgic magic. Despite being over 40 years old, the practical effects and emotional authenticity ensure it never feels dated, delivering universal story about connection across generations. Number 7. Limitless, 2011. Limitless explores unlocking the brain's full potential through pharmaceutical enhancement. Bradley Cooper plays a writer gaining superhuman cognitive abilities from NZT-48. The innovative visual style uses changing color palettes to show altered perception. It is surprisingly good because it commits to exploring both the intoxicating rush of genius and dark consequences. The creative cinematography with infinite zooms, sharp editing, and propulsive score maintain momentum through financial intrigue, raising genuine questions about human ambition and self-improvement. Number 6. Starship Troopers, 1997. Starship Troopers is Paul Verhoeven's audacious satirical war film using humans fighting alien bugs to deliver scathing commentary on militarism. Following recruits through brutal training and battles, it is surprisingly good because it functions as spectacular action and biting political satire simultaneously. The groundbreaking visual effects, fake propaganda segments, and cinematography referencing Nazi propaganda make subtext impossible to miss. Initially misunderstood, it has been reassessed as masterpiece, forcing audiences to confront how propaganda seduces. Number 5. Zathura, A Space Adventure, 2005. Zathura follows two brothers whose board game transports their house into space. Directed by Jon Favreau, the film commits to practical effects and miniature work. It is surprisingly good because it treats young protagonists with respect, creating genuine stakes within fantastical premise. The stunning production design transforms a suburban house into spacecraft, while sibling dynamic explores jealousy and cooperation. The tactile, physical filmmaking proves practical effects and human storytelling create more lasting magic than computer-generated imagery alone. Number 4. Orbiter 9, 2017. Orbiter 9 follows Helena, who who has spent her life alone in a space pod traveling to a distant planet. When an engineer arrives, her reality unravels. This Spanish science fiction drama is surprisingly good because it transforms straightforward survival into something complex and devastating. The claustrophobic cinematography emphasizes confined spaces, while Clara Lago delivers nuanced performance. By prioritizing character and psychological tension over spectacle, it delivers thought-provoking examination of isolation and manufactured reality. Number 3. The Cloverfield Paradox, 2018. The Cloverfield Paradox follows astronauts whose experimental energy device causes reality to fracture. Starring Gugu Mbatha-Raw, the film explores parallel dimensions and quantum horror. Released as surprise during Super Bowl, it is surprisingly good because it commits to high-concept ideas about parallel universes, even when deliberately disorienting. The strong international cast, believable production design, and connection to Cloverfield mythology deliver cerebral science fiction prioritizing ideas over conventional thrills. Number 2. Jupiter Ascending, 2015. Jupiter Ascending is the Wachowskis' visually extravagant space opera where a cleaning woman discovers she is galactic royalty. Starring Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum, it is surprisingly good because it commits fully to grandiose, operatic tone without irony. The stunning costume design, drawing from Renaissance art, innovative wirework action, and Eddie Redmayne's theatrical performance create singular aesthetic experience. By embracing melodrama and maximalist design, it proves not all science fiction needs gritty grounding to have value. Number 1. Spaceballs, 1987. Spaceballs is Mel Brooks's hilarious Star Wars parody packed with rapid-fire jokes and beloved performances. Following Lone Star rescuing Princess Vespa from Dark Helmet, it is surprisingly good because Brooks brings genuine craft and comic timing beyond lazy references. Rick Moranis and John Candy create memorable characters transcending parody. The production design lovingly recreates science fiction aesthetics, while layered jokes from sophisticated wit to slapstick ensure something lands for everyone, celebrating the genre while gently ribbing its conventions. These 20 visually stunning films prove science fiction on Netflix offers far more than algorithm-recommended blockbusters. From intimate character studies to spectacular space operas, each demonstrates the genre's unmatched versatility. We hope this guide helps you discover films that inspire, wonder, and provoke thought. Subscribe for more curated explorations of essential cinema, and let us know which visually stunning world transported you most completely.